15-minute session for a client. So I'm going to be sharing psychic wisdom and energy healing. If any of you are interested in exploring a psychic session with me, please visit me at my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. All right, I'm going to go ahead and read the goals here. I'm really excited to see what comes up, by the way. Thank you so much for exploring this session with me. Thank you so much for sharing with others. Okay, so this is what you write. Thank you, Abbey, for all you do. I would really like to receive a message from Mother Mary. I feel a deep connection with her and could really use her voice in my life right now. Oh, man, this is deep. Just give me just another moment here. And thank you, too, for your kind words. All right. I'm going to relax, get connected with Mother Mary. Oh, my gosh. I can't wait to see what she has to say. Okay. Oh, wow. She wants me to tell you what I see. And I didn't expect this to be the first thing because Mother Mary is so gentle and so, man, she makes me cry every time I connect with her. She shows me the cross, okay? And she shows me Jesus's body on the cross. It's more gruesome than you could imagine. And then some kind of energetic force pulls his body off of the cross and he falls onto a ground of what is like death. It's like stinky, smelly dead bodies. And his hands are ripped off from the nails. So his form is ripped off of the cross. And there's this smear of blood that is on the cross, and the cross still stands. And the horror of the mother to watch the child in suffering, and in unbelievable suffering. Not just suffering, but in impossible, incomprehensible suffering. And injustice, like suffering that is unjust, not fair, not okay. It's inconceivable. It's inconceivable, okay? Whew. The rage, the anger that a mother could feel when harm in this way is done to her own child, it's unbearable. It is a root of sheer, deep, and horrific pain in the mother. Ugh. She's talking about how do you work through that? How do you mentally, emotionally work through the injustice of what is defined as the mother who has to cope with what has been done to her children or her child? It is suffering. That is, the mother watches it and cannot stop it. How does the mother cope with that? Okay? Oh man, this is like, I have this ginormous like cannonball in my throat, and I'm just like this cannonball in my throat. She shows me a different side of herself, okay? And it's lost its mind. Like a mother under extreme stress and fear and terror over what has been done to her own child, the mother can go insane. And she shows me herself as though having lost her mind, and she has all these tiny little knives, and she's thinking in her mind about what she will do to who has done this to her child, okay? And she's thinking of very dark and twisted things that she will do, like a karmic thing. Like she is going to deal and dish out the karmic justice, okay, for this injustice. She's how does the mother not go there? How does the mother work through this so as to not become something she is not? Because the mother is not this dark, twisted thing. And it was never the mother. The mother became that because she couldn't cope with what was done to her child. She couldn't cope. And so she became that, but she never was that. How does the mother work through this reality so as to not become that? Oh man, this is really intense. She shows me that there is no judgment, and she merges with the influence to lose one's mind. And she goes through these extreme emotional responses. She's barfing out, screaming language. Her heart is like a burnt ball of energy. Her solar plexus is affected, her sacral chakra is affected. Like all of her chakra centers are like bloated balls of extreme energy congestions. And she goes through twitches, like twitches. Her hand, her finger, her eye, like twitches, and laughter, and then breathing in calm, only to go dark and twisted, only to barf out screaming. And she goes through this process, which Mother Mary is defining as therapy, okay? The body is going through this process of therapy. Even if it looks really disturbing to everybody else, the mother is going through this process. This is therapy. Because it's almost like there's a slingshotting event that is so derailing that the natural energetic response is to become bloated in these areas and then to choke on every single one of your own chakras, basically. And to develop emotional, mental, physical reactions as you are trying to piece yourself back together again to come back to some kind of normal flow, okay? She says, don't worry about how long it takes. One thing that you don't forget is that no matter how dark the thoughts are, that isn't you. That is the trauma that you witnessed done to your own flesh and blood. That you now have to cope with. That darkness isn't you. It's how you processed the event. Remember who you are is not the darkness that is coming out, or the disruption or the extremes that are coming out, okay? That's very important. Man, you must be going through a very hard time. Your crown chakra, your third eye, are very congested. I don't know how you would be able to think straight because there's so much congestion built up here. Let me see what Mother Mary has to say next. If there's any healing that she wants to share with you, or just the message. Okay. Not what I expected. I see you. You represent the mother that has been harmed, the mother that is working through this therapy, which is quite extreme in how it's expressed. And now, above you, there are like 4 fighter jets that are flying from here over your head and then behind you, and I can hear the loud roar of them flying past. And they're flying very fast. Okay. From out these fighter jets are military men. And it's almost like they're going to attack you. And you're scared of how you're going to be treated or attacked. And it's almost like you were never at fault for anything, but yet somehow you are in the center of your own personal hell, but then there's an external hell that you are now being dished out as an additional punishment, and you were simply just the mother. She wants me to follow this all the way through. The scene changes. I'm stuck in a chair, and it's a red wall on all sides. There's a Hitler-like man here. And he wants me to talk, okay? So he's like, wants you to talk. You don't know if you're supposed to fight your way out of this, accept the fate that you have fallen into. I mean, you're thinking of spitting blood into his face. Your teeth are falling out for some reason. You're spitting teeth onto the ground. You also, at one point of this, as we're looking at different possibilities, you say, but I don't know what you want me to say. There's others where you're trying to get out, but you can't. You wonder why you even try. Everything feels hopeless. But you literally don't. One thing that is a constant in all scenes is that you have no idea what you're supposed to say. You don't know, and there's a feeling of defeat. And it's like you are in the chair of, you're like the prisoner of war captured and you're in the chair, but you are the bad guy. I mean, that's what Mother Mary's showing me. And it's scary. You let your ego go. My God, this is so sad. You close your eyes in a way, and the only thing you do say is just kill me. Mother Mary says, no, no. She tells you that the words are, please set me free. Kill me is not the right words. Set me free, those are the right words. Speak, set me free, please. Please set me free. She says, when you say set me free, it is going to give you a new level of power in your life and in your situation. You need to say set me free. And your situation is like stuck, bound to a chair in a secret red room underground where who knows what's going to happen next as you're being scrutinized by Hitler. Okay? That's pretty freaking extreme, okay? And the words set me free are going to empower you, okay? She shows that you've already come a long way because the mother witnessing the Jesus event and the horror of what was done to the child, okay? Now the mother has gone through what is the response, which is to become not herself in the process of her own personal therapy to heal from this trauma, only to feel now attacked, a new layer to the process, okay? And pulled into something that is out of your grasps. You have no power in this situation either. And it feels like being scrutinized, being questioned, being belittled, and having there's nothing else you can think of to do, okay? Except kill me, but no, set me free, okay? Set me free. All right, you say it. This is so hard. Like, I can feel it's impossible. I can feel that this to you is impossible. You are in an impossible circumstance. It's not easy for you to say set me free, but you are saying it. There's a new level. You say set me free, and there's a random door that opens. There wasn't a door there before. It just appears. And there's a jacked up looking thing, and it's like a bird, but it's made out of cream. Its entire body is made out of cream. Its beak, its feathers, and it's a full-fledged man. And that is a bird, okay? He's a full-fledged, he's like 6'2" or something, okay? And he's got is it called a javelin? One of those very long poles from medieval times. He's using one of these, and it's sharp at the end. Not brutally sharp, but it's like he's running in at full speed and is going to puncture you right in your emotional gut with this. When you say set me free, the next thing that happens is a door appears, Hitler disappears, and a random guy runs in and with this to hit you right in your emotional gut, really hard. I mean, it looks like it's going to poke right on through your whole body. And the energy says you deserve this. And this is the next level of nightmare. And I hear the sound of a very loud train, and you're on your back, and there's a lot of coal, like the taste of black, ashy, and it's like coal, mined coal, like you're in a coal. And you're crying, and you look up, and you say, God, help me. Mother Mary's in pure white in this coal-ridden landscape with this really overwhelming train. And she says she hears you. And you're just a pile. She tells you to get up. Man, you're disoriented. There's a weird something that jumps out of your face and your shoulders. It's like a duck. I mean, it's literally like a Donald Duck or something. It jumps out of you. It's short. It's just face all the way down to your emotional gut is where its feet are. It just jumps out of you, okay? It's like a weird ghostly apparition. And for some reason, when that leaves, you have a little bit more ability to function. but you're not able to stand on your own 2 feet or on your own legs, and you blame yourself for not being better than this. You blame yourself. But you have to remember that that is a trauma to the mother. What you've been through is a trauma to the mother. You blame yourself for your own personal trauma, your own personal health, the breakdown of your own structure, because you witnessed something that was overwhelming to you. You blame yourself, and you bound, put away, asking simply to set me free, only to be harmed unjustly. Blame yourself? Stop blaming yourself. Mother Mary didn't blame herself for what happened to Jesus. And she understood Jesus's role. This is important that you understand this. You have to understand your role. Okay? And the role of the child. I mean, that's what we're looking at here. The complexity of the mother. And the mother then is a mother because she has a child, right? And the mother is deeply bonded with that child. And what the mother endures when the child goes through harm. You cannot blame yourself for what the child goes through. She doesn't want to talk tough to you, but you are asking her to. Almost like be a drill sergeant, like to keep telling you to get back up, but there's no nurture here for you. You're not nurturing yourself at all. And she does not want to. She wants to hold you. She says the train, that sound is really loud. And it's encasing you, okay? When you can look into her eyes and let go of how you punish yourself, then she can truly help you. And then all of this suffering, it's like it disappears, or it's muted out, or it's no longer so physically damaging to you, okay? Because this is physically damaging. Let her hold you. Let yourself be nurtured. Stop punishing yourself. And everything quiets down, okay? My goodness. Wow. Thank you so much for exploring this session with me. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm just giving you a really big hug. Thank you for exploring Mother Mary. I'm glad that I could share this message with you. I can tell you really need it. And I have a feeling there's other people that are going to understand this, are going to be touched by it as well. Hang in there, okay? Don't punish yourself. Love yourself, right? Let Mother Mary nurture you. Okay. Thank you again for the experience and for sharing with others. And for all those watching, thank you so much for taking the time to experience this and for your loving comments and support of my clients. And I hope you all have a very wonderful rest of your day.